This segment is sponsored by the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency. Join us in preserving and protecting Tennessee's wildlife. All right, welcome back, everyone. You can call us here at 737-7767. We'll take questions about the outdoors. We're not talking politics tonight.
We ain't talking
politics tonight.
No.
But we will talk about outdoor stuff.
The one thing I wanted to do while we're waiting, I want Garrett to show us just a little bit as far as what you start with. Those blanks you have on the floor, and where you start, and before we get to that knife right there.
Is that just
and I'll hold one of these.
Yeah. This is actually a piece of obsidian out of northern California, but I just wanted to kind of show you. You start with a rock, going to be any shape, football size, round, a lot of flint come nodules, whatever. But you start with this, and you start reducing it down. It's all about the angle of the dangle, I guess. And you start. This would be like first stage reduction, and second stage. And third, fourth, and you just keep going down with it until you start getting, you know, something you can use, and you just.
If anything goes awry, though, you're done, right? I mean, you just got to start over.
Oh my God, you don't know how many of these I've broke.
I've seen you post about,
them,
you know, throw several away and stuff like that. So I mean, that's something to keep in mind.
Well, now, Garrett, do you go from start to finish and like? If it took you like 9 hours to do one, do you start and that's what you feel, or do you work at one and then work on another?
No, I do. Well, this is the most fun stage of the process. The fine tuning is not very fun, so I will sit around and do 3 or 4 of these. And lay them up.
And then go out and fine tune them later.
Yeah, then I'll come back later.
I got you.
The thing about it is you're taking a deer antler, and you make these with a deer antler. And you take a deer antler and you rear back and hit that as hard as you can. And so that's why you break so many, is the limestone pockets, cracks, different deposits in this makes it do strange things, plus error in muscle memory, and anyway, one bad swing and you're done, and you have to start over. So that's why a big one is so rare, because they're so hard to get.
And then not to mess it up while you're doing it.
And this is my biggest. I just made it last night.
This thing's sharp.
Let's take one of these calls. Who do we have on one?
Mickey.
Mickey, how are you doing tonight?
All right. I've got 2 questions.
Sure.
Okay.
I'm 67-year-old and I deer hunt a lot, and I want to know what kind of gram blind you would recommend to buy. Once I've looked at it, my eyesight's not as good as it used to be.
Okay. It depends on how much room you really want in it, in my opinion, and how quick you want to be able to set it up. But for me, it would be definitely a hexagonal type blind. I don't know if you just gun hunt or maybe if you use a crossbow or bow some, but I always like the hexagonal blinds. And to me, I think those set up easier, I think, and break down easier as well.
Pop-ups, what I call pop-outs and
pop-ups. And also too, I would say go with the biggest one that you can put in that area and get away with, because the more room you have, the longer you'll sit. The longer you'll sit, the better you'll do.
I'm gonna tell you something. Sniper had them, but snipers getting away from them. They're not doing the blinds anymore. So if I had to choose a blind, I'm kind of impressed with Primos's 360, to where you see the whole picture.
See everything out of it. There's a lot of good ones out there. There is. I mean, there's
because how many times you've been sitting in a blind and you have a blind spot, and all of a sudden you look around and you look back and there's Mr. Big standing there, and he's been there 20 minutes. You know, that's right. That's my deal.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't know about y'all, but I need all the blooming help I can get.
Yeah, that blind would be really good for that.
Oh yeah,
it would.
Oh, by far. So if I were going to give you a recommendation, I'd say check out the new Primos 360 blind, the one that's got the full view. That's worth looking to investigate.
It is, and that is hexagonal. So, like I say, for me, it's more about the shape of it.
Me too.
I hope that helped.
All right. And I want to ask you about, you're talking about the northern pike a minute ago.
Yeah.
I didn't know nothing about them being in Tennessee.
We got them right here in Middle Tennessee. They call them the Calf Killer River and Wolf River and Caney Fork. Collins River.
They've been in
the Center Hills.
Oh yeah, they've been in the Collins River for a long time.
We had the muskie, but I didn't know we had the northern pike.
We got northern pike too. Yes, sir. We got northern pike.
Well, okay, that's something I didn't know. I'd like to thank you very much. I enjoy your show.
Appreciate it very much. Merry Christmas. And we got Gene.
How you doing?
Doing pretty good. How you doing tonight?
We're doing great.
Hey, I got a question. I'm sure y'all seen it on the news in the newspaper about that white buck down here in Noblesville.
Yeah.
They said it was chasing a doe. I guess my question is, what color will the baby be?
Chances are it's going to be just a typical normal deer. Not necessarily will that gene pass and go on to the others, and normally they'll just keep on breeding and producing regular deer after that. The chances of them having another albino are pretty slim.
Yep. It's slim.
It's slim.
Okay, I know about 8 or 10 years ago over here in my area, I live in the Rockville area, and there was a white deer stayed around here for years, and it just, I guess it died, I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, probably.
It most likely, but I mean, notice you just always saw the one.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just not that likely to go on. Not that it's never happened, but it's not very likely.
But they go through the same thing that a normal deer does. They have their estrous cycles and everything.
It's just in the regular deer.
But they just they put off normal pigmentation.
He just doesn't have what it takes to color his hair.
That's it.
Alrighty, I appreciate it.
I know what it's like to have it.
Have a great night and Merry Christmas to you. Who do we have on 3? Larry, how are you tonight?
Larry, how can we help you?
Hello, yeah, this is Larry.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, I got 2 questions.
Okay.
One's for that Randy Hale. I think him doing the turkey calls on there and everything. What do you think the turkey population is going to be like this next spring? And then 2, when do you think they might change the bag limit for bucks in Tennessee?
Up or down, you mean? Or you just mean period?
Well, I'd like to see it go up because I do a lot of hunting in Alabama. I just wish it'd go back up.
Okay. Well, Randall, what do you think, first of all?
I'm more of a meat hunter, not one of these trophy hunters.
Right.
Okay.
We used to have, I think I could kill 10 bucks a year, 10 or 11, and tried to do that every year. And they had them little racks. I'm not telling you to go and wait on a big rack. You shoot whatever you want, you know, it makes you happy. So the first year they went. What's that?
What was that, Larry?
I think the trophy hunters are kind of ruining this everything.
Well, the trophy is, to me, you know, a trophy to me is whatever I kill. So
it's really the attitude of the person that shoots. It's not really trophy hunters and meat hunters. We hear that so much, but
that's on Facebook.
You know, yeah, it is, and I mean, I do understand fully what you mean by that, but I think it's just more of a rude people run it sometimes. But you know,
but here, I want to say this because Tennessee is different than, say, Nebraska or Kansas or someplace like that, because Tennessee doesn't have the wide open space where you go hire an outfitter and that outfitter takes you out. You know, we just don't have it. It's not here in Tennessee, but it does. What we do have is private land, a lot of private land, and the guys that are killing these trophies on that private land, they grew them.
Yeah.
They grew them.
You got to have one there to do it.
You got to have one there to start it.
Whatever TWRA does as far as keeping the Tennessee herd, they've got it here when there was none.
That's right.
I remember when there was none.
That's right. And then we went through the 11 buck stage.
That's right.
You know, we went from that to being able to shoot 10 or 11 a year, like you say, and then we went down to 7.
Deer,
but the deal is, I mean, I think as far as if they will ever raise it, I mean, it will be when the biologists or when they see fit that they've got to raise it. The 2 buck deal, now that did come from hunter communication. I mean, it did. That didn't come from the biologists.
Hunter meetings.
That came from a huge outpouring from hunters that wanted it taken to 2 bucks. That is what it came from. What biologists?
I know this for a fact. the first year that they dropped that limit, the racks grew.
Immediately.
Sure they did.
Yeah, sure they
you know,
did.
just
And you can
right
see
then.
it, you know, but just, you know, just like he said, there's still plenty of meat hunters out there, and that's fine. What the opportunities that we're given for meat in this state, you know, I don't see why you can't really be both. I am what some people, you might call me a trophy hunter, but I eat deer meat 3 nights a week.
Yeah.
I mean, a 200-pound buck just gives me that much more ground meat. You know, it don't. But I shoot plenty of does, whatever. But the next guy that wants to shoot 2 young bucks, it don't matter. There's plenty of meat opportunities out there. But I do, on the other hand, see exactly what he means by getting ruined sometimes. But that's just people.
That's
people. Not necessarily one group against the other group. It's you got meat hunters that'll bash and be just as hard on the trophy hunters the same way. You know,
Brandon,
it's
you
just
and
people.
I have sat here and talked before on this very set that, you know, you can't tell the guy that's only got 10 acres to hunt that, you know, what he can shoot and what he can't shoot. When you got somebody over here that's got 1,000 acres, he's growing some big ones. Give the guy that's got the 10 acres, he's got just as much chance to kill that big one because that big one's going to walk and jump on his fence.
Yeah, it matters not to me what anybody tells me to shoot. Whatever makes my finger do this is a trophy.
Amen to that. I'm the same way. I'm not explaining it to nobody. If I shoot him, it's because I wanted to. You know, whether it's a.
All right, guys, we got to do our tip of the week, so let's go to it. It's being sponsored by Davidson Farmers Co-op. Your local co-op right here in Davidson County, and it's right there about a mile from Briley Parkway on Dickerson Road. Those gals are just smart over there at Davidson.
They got a lot going on for Christmas right now too.
I'm telling you. What do you got? Randall's
I've got Mr. Randall going to give us one tonight.
We're talking about the trophies. Whatever deer you've got, that's what you've got to hunt. So my tip is don't scare them out of your area right now. You know, so. If they've got bedding areas, leave them alone if you can. If they've got feeding places, leave them alone there if you can. And when it comes time to kill one, go right in there, you know, and kill it.
And then get out.
Yeah. Just don't scare them.
That's it. That's a great tip, because I'm going to tell you something. Half the people ruin their own properties by going in there too many times.
Too much.
Yeah, or on the wrong times.
Or the wrong time.
I'm big on hunting the right day. That's the biggest thing is trying to hunt the right day.
This is a good time to hunt.
Yeah, it is.
It's a great time to hunt.
Till the rest of the year.
It really is. Guys, we're going to take another quick break. When we get back, we'll have a recipe for you and some more.
We've been waiting on
Southern Woods and Water. Southern Woods and Water.
We've been waiting for 3 weeks for this.
Well, yeah. We'll see you in just a minute, guys.
What's she cooking?
Spaghetti.